Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2014 VIP Awards. So those of you who've been here before know that we usually start these ceremonies with an opening video, and we have one again tonight. But unlike most years, this is not a video that we made for this year. We went into the back room the other day and found this tape of our 1986 station promotional video. And we thought you guys would like to have a look at that. So here we go.
Fighting the Frizzies tonight at 11.
I'm bored.
Me too. Want to go back to my house and watch TV?
No. You know there's nothing on TV in the summer.
I wish we could make our own TV shows.
Did somebody say make their own TV shows?
Oh.
Did you know you can make your own TV shows at your local community TV station?
No.
It's true, and we have tons of great original TV shows to help you through the summer blahs. You could even say that North Metro TV has a whole rainbow of services for you.
It all starts with the state-of-the-art equipment we make available to the public every day. Like these compact cameras.
We also offer the smallest, most discreet wireless microphones on the market.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Easy-to-use portable lighting makes everything look better.
And editing's a breeze.
Wow, it only took me 2 hours to make 3 minutes of footage. Thanks, North Metro, you're the best.
North Metro Media Center also partners with great local and national business to create innovative advertising. Our clients include brands that are likely never to fade or go out of style, like Gasoline Alley, Pan Am, Sony Walkman, Betamax, and New Coke.
And don't forget our brand new video rental service. We have all the hits, like Sean Penn and Madonna, Shanghai, surprise! Mouser Size, Pippi Longstocking in Pippi Ordinaire ut Flint, Pippi Fairbusk Advin Tarvin. I've never heard of these.
Wait, you guys rent stuff? I thought you just made TV shows.
We do that too. Watch. Locker Room Live is one of the best sports shows around.
100 points in a single season. Now let's go over to Matt for the Worldwide Wrestling Report. Matt.
Hulkamania!
Ah! And Cityscope News is second to none.
And NASA has announced that will bring the USSR's Mir space station into the skies above the Twin Cities.
Dirty Red's probably trying to spy on us. Not in my backyard, Mikhail. Not in my backyard. USA! USA!
And that's just our great staff shows. We also have amazing public access programs like Who Shot JR?
Maybe JR shot himself.
And Where's the Beef?
There's the beef.
I don't see any beef.
Take your glasses off, maybe you will.
That's the North Metro Media Center. We're located at the end of the rainbow at 12520 Polk Street Northeast in Blaine. Come on down and join the fun. Yeah!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 13th Annual VIP Awards. Even though the celebration is taking place a few months into 2014, it's the work that you accomplished in 2013 that's being recognized tonight. Every month, I look at the statistics for equipment and facility usage, volunteer hours, and program production, and every month, I'm impressed with the work that you do. I see your names, and I watch your shows, and I think, wow, these people are really creating something important. I don't think viewers who are unfamiliar with how a TV show is put together can even begin to comprehend the complexity of the work and the dedication you have to accomplish it. All of you have that. Some of you I've known for a very long time. Some of you I just met yesterday. But all of you are very important members of the North Metro TV family. We appreciate your talent, your ideas, and your efforts. While we may only have an award ceremony once every year, rest assured, your accomplishments are recognized every single day. So let's get on with it. Allow me to introduce our first presenter, Sports Director Kenton Kipp.
Hello, my name is Kenton. I will be dishing out the awards for the truck and sports crew. As Heidi said, I'm the sports director. We have a production truck that we take out on average an average of 3 times a week to televise events, which is mainly high school sports games for Blaine, Centennial, and Spring Lake Park. A typical shoot would have between 10 to 13 crew members performing a variety of tasks between jobs inside the truck, camera, and on-air personalities. I am thankful for the talented and hardworking crew that we have, and tonight we will hand out awards to some and try to honor all. Now I have been doing some research on my crew. There are things we knew from talking with each other, but there is plenty we don't know about them. I took to the internet to learn more about our valued crew members. I scoured multiple sites like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, but I also went to places I had never been before, like Vine, Tumblr, and Instagram. Gotta be honest with you, I don't get it, but there it is. But in my research this past week, I probably spent more time on social networking sites than I had collectively the last few years combined, which was about 4 to 5 hours this past week, but I think I'm good for the year. Now that I know more about the crew, I would like to share some of that information with all of you. As I mentioned, as Heidi mentioned, this is the 13th annual awards for North Metro TV. Some people believe that 13 is an unlucky number, but I'm sure there's nothing to worry about here. Everything will go smoothly as planned. Our first award is for Best Sound Mixing. You heard me. It's not too often that we have an audio specialist who delivers the sound quality that rivals Rob Baggy or Dan Raffel, who are a few of the legends in North Metro TV audio lore. Our winner takes the time to hone his craft using his experience that he gains as utility in A2 in the professional sports broadcast field to try out new concepts and continually gain a better understanding of the equipment and how it can help the production. He started in the business a long time ago. He got a job at WBBJ TV down in Tennessee and worked as chief photographer and live truck operator. That was in 1995, and Debbie would be quick to point out that was before he was born. He also worked in news down in Arkansas and periodically in Mississippi before coming to Minnesota in 2006. He is a regular in the professional freelance world, working as utility in A2, helping them set up audio gear for professional and college games. I met him at a Vikings preseason game we were working, and he gave me his card. Eventually called him, and he was able to join our crew. In addition to audio, he also runs camera, replay, scorebox, and has done some directing for us as well. He will do it all except for graphics because he feels he has dyslexia. I just thought he was a little undersized. His work setting up the mics and operating the board assures that the viewers have the pleasure of listening to the dulcet tones of Jeff Dinsmore and J.W. Cox, along with the emphatic and incomparable Matt Bishop and Matt Johnson, and also captures the sound of sports. The crack of the bats, helmets, shoulder pads, the umpire's emphatic maestro-like strike 3 call, the high fives of starters' introductions, or a conversation with the officials maybe we shouldn't be listening on. It's those things in the broadcast that you hear that has us presenting this award to him tonight. And the winner of the best sound mixing goes to Blake Johnson. Blake would accept the award if he were here, but he's working the Wild game tonight, so we wish the best to Blake and the Wild tonight. But we do, however, have a video of his acceptance speech.
I'd like to thank Kit and Matt for the opportunity to work and try some new things, learn, and the extra time that they give myself as well as the rest of the guys to set up. And I'd like to thank my coworkers that helped me set up the microphones and made these good broadcasts. I'd also like to thank the Metro TV family. Thanks. You know you found a good engineer when there's hair in his ears He's always crabby. Help, Mom.
Don't worry, folks, Devery's okay. He's just fine. Still has almost full capacity of his trachea. Bonus fact, Blake worked for a public relations firm for an auto racing team in the Memphis area, and he is always willing to offer anyone a soda if they want, so he's very generous. The next award is the AFLP On-Air Talent Award. For those of you who don't know, on-air talent are people we see on TV such as reporters, anchors, and hosts of shows, etc. They will often conduct pre-post-game interviews during intermissions and in-game live hits with interviews with coaches and players, which is essentially asking questions and then sticking a microphone in front of them to hear their answers. And for that, we call them talent. This year's winner came to North Metro TV via her father, who works in the television business as a director at Emmanuel Christian Center, and in the freelance professional sports world as well. I have known him for over a decade, and he called to see if his daughter could come out to some shoots on winter break, so we said, sure, why not? I remember her when she was this high. I don't remember exactly how tall she was. She was usually sitting in the back of the church avoiding the cameras, which ironically is the complete opposite of what happens today. She likes to get in front of the camera, which is fine. The hiding from the camera changed at some point along the line, and she decided to follow her father into the business and went to the University of Iowa. She got some internships, multiple internships at TV stations, including doing on-camera work for the Big Ten Network student productions. She's been with us for over a year, getting hired after she graduated last year. She's been roaming the sidelines, reporting, announcing, doing some scorebox in the truck, and joined the sports in team, as well as one of the anchors. Though she has been doing many stand-ups, she is not one to stand still. She added CTN, Channel 12, the Big Ten Network, and the Minnesota Swarm to her rapidly growing resume. The winner of the AFLP On-Air Talent Award and tireless supporter of Coon Rapids Sports, Alicia Denius.
I really wasn't planning for this, and I actually 20 minutes ago thought I possibly could have gotten fired by Kenton because I've been off the email list for a little bit. So this really made my night. I still have a job, and I have an award, so this is awesome. But like I said, I really wasn't expecting to give a speech, but I just want to thank Kenton and Matt the most because out of school, I really didn't have anything planned for broadcasting whatsoever, and they gave me my initial shot at holding a mic, and not only that, but they've really allowed me to grow and try new things on camera, and also giving me so much support and tips and help with my reel and everything along the way. And I really want to thank Kenzie for getting through my first play-by-play game by myself. I was nearly in tears before because I was so scared, and she made me laugh 5 minutes before, and then I was fine. So, yeah, that's all I got. Thank you.
Boy, good things happening for you. You're not fired, and you get an award. That's great. Oversight on the email list. We've cleared that up. Are we good now? We're good. All right. Bonus fact, Alicia also gets some work as Associate Director of the Big Ten Network, where she assists the producer and director during productions of college basketball and hockey broadcasts. The next award is the Matt Waldron Character Generator Award, named after that guy, Matt Waldron, Character Generator. Over the last decade plus, no one has been able to hold a candle to the pseudo-Canadian graphical genius known as Matt Waldron, or the hip-hop community known as Crunk and Yeti. Check out his DVD, Yeti on Cage. It'll change your life. But this year's winner does hold a small votive in front of his squat shrine. Keeping in-game stats, updating and displaying graphics in a timely fashion is of great value to his sports production. It's most often the difference in a graphic making error. Every second counts, and if you don't have the right graphic when you need it, then you probably shouldn't show it. And if you don't have the right graphic in the amount of time that I'd like, I might get upset. Most of the graphics that are made don't make error, but you make them all so that when you need it, you've got it. Thankfully, we've added a few more graphical artists to the team the past few years. One of these recent additions is this year's winner. He has been with us for almost 3 years, and we've known him since he was just a child. He started a public access show with his buddy in 2008 called Local Edition. He grabbed my attention with his video Pie Day because I like pie. I have pie on Google Alert. Now he gets viewers' attention because he puts his face in front of the camera. His own camera that he should be pointed at, I don't know, sports. And if the sun happens to be shining that day, we'll also see his shadow on camera. In addition to graphics, which he would sometimes beg me not to put him on, he would also run camera, audio, scorebox, replay on Blue, and some directing as well. And while that sounds like a lot for a kid still in high school, I would say to you, but wait, there's more. He volunteers as a camera operator at Eaglebrook Church in Blaine, works at United FC soccer games, along with a multitude of other projects that he has or helps others with. He has more television production experience than 20 college interns combined. We measured with a graduated cylinder, and he hasn't even graduated yet. He's 17. But he can hold his breath for a while, which is good. He has followed the graphic footsteps of Matt Waldron, James Magnuson, Bobby Yerslin, and Stephen Caron. I'd like to think that he enjoys doing graphics, taking verbal abuse, and clocking his dog running down the street at 40 miles per hour. Fact unconfirmed. While he is no Squatch, Nutty Buddy, or Mega Ron, he is adequate, which is high praise coming from me. Congratulations to our winner of the Matt Waldron Character Generator Award, Devery Foss.
Thank you very much. Interesting because just before I came here, my dog got out.
Oh,
I'm not
again?
even kidding. Again. So
What
I'm
a-
glad I could be here tonight. But I really appreciate this. You know, Matt's got a lot of wisdom, and he's taught me so much, and I never thought I'd have an award named after him. But it's really an honor, and I appreciate, seriously, Matt and Kenton for all they've showed me. This is, it's been really fun, and it's ended up being my first job, and it's a dream come true to, work here, and we have a lot of fun. So thank you very much.
This is Devery's third truck award. I think he's won several other awards at the VIP Awards as well. He's also won Rookie of the Year and Volunteer of the Year. Bonus fact on Devery, he is making a documentary on severe weather. I did my research. We're gonna find out stuff about you guys. Our last award for a little while is the Dynamite Replay Operator of the Year Award. Our replay machine is called the K2 Dyno. All 4 cameras go in, but in order for any of them to come out, we need a trusty replay operator to do what they do to show us all what we just saw in instant replay. Telling stories, that's what we do. This year's winner is a real storyteller. He attended Northwestern College before setting sail to Full Sail University in Florida. He graduated with perfect attendance, so he's perfect. He came back to Minnesota and interned with us the spring of 2012, an intern class that has set the bar well above ground, at about the height to make it difficult to go over, but also under, like a limbo bar. Do people still limbo? I don't know. I haven't been on a cruise in a long time. He quickly became a big contributor to our broadcasts, filling in on lead tape with the absence of our regular replay gurus and filled in at a level above substandard. In a matter of months, he also operated camera, audio, graphics, and scorebox, and later did some directing as well. He is a huge help with other projects for us, as well as updating graphics each week before sports done. He shoots and edits, and he won Editor of the Year last year. He has his own film production company, and is always working on one of his projects or collaborating on somebody else with one of theirs. So unfortunately for us, his attendance is less than perfect, but almost everything else about him is. You may know him as Philo, Bro Nation, Tall Guy, or as one of the 3 Taylors, the original. Just like the chicken, he came first. Our winner of the Dynamite Replay Operator of the Year award is Taylor Olson.
Well, thank you, Kenton. It's been a fun year working at North Metro TV. It's great working with everyone. I have a lot of my own projects that I work on, and a lot of people that that helped out I've met at North Metro TV, so that's been great. I know Damien and a lot of people that work with him have helped out a lot on a feature that I just did, and Mackenzie and a lot of other people that aren't even here, Ashley and Steven. But just meeting all these great people who are talented has been really helpful for me, and it's great to work with them, so thank you.
Thank you. That's Taylor's second award. As I said earlier, he won Editor of the Year last year. Bonus facts on Taylor. He is an avid filmmaker and pizza maker, although he makes more films than pizza. He's also an internet troll. He does Philo's reviews on different games and movies, although they're not quite, I think they're probably tongue-in-cheek, maybe not as quite as serious as you might think. He also wrestled in high school for Andover. All right, time now to turn it over to Eric Houston. Please join me in a rhythmic clap with the music.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming to the awards tonight. We have 140 people here tonight, which I think is really amazing. We would have more, but I'm sure some of the rest of them went to the old VIP venue at Majestic Oaks instead, but that's okay. This is our first year here. How do you guys like it? So, okay. You know, when I prepare the Public Access Awards every year, I like to shake things up by adding new awards or maybe retiring some of the old favorites for a year or two. But there are still some awards that we offer every year. And one of these, one that, by the way, predates my time at the station, one of the few, is the award for most programs produced by a new producer. I think this is a really important award. After all, we all know how hard it is to make a TV show. But you're first, trying to figure out how to balance all of the cameras and microphones and editing and people and everything, that's a lot of work. It's a heck of a thing. Still, I'm amazed each year by those rookie producers who defy the odds and produce one or sometimes several programs during their rookie years. So here we go with the nominees for the award for most programs produced by a new producer. The nominees are Troy Fields for North Springs Church, Brad Sanford for Off Constantly, Madison Zickmund for Spring Lake Park Girls Varsity Tennis, and Michael Sparts for Ham Lake People and Places of the Past. You can clap. Thanks for checking, though. This year's recipient is sort of unusual in that they came by producing very differently from most. At North Metro TV, and really in public access television in general, most programs are produced by one person for their entire life. You don't see a lot of shows handed off from one producer to another. Last year, we presented this award to Jason Anderson and Dave Bauer of Off Constantly. Well, in 2013, Dave needed a well-deserved break from the show, and a man named Brad Sanford stepped into his shoes. Brad had never produced a television show before, let alone one with quite as many working parts and quite as many personnel as Off Constantly. But he fulfilled his new duties with aplomb. In fact, he did so well that he has continued on as co-producer to this day. Producing 20 shows in 2013, his first year, this year's recipient of the award for most programs produced by a new producer is Brad Sanford.
Thank you. pretty easy to take over. Dave and Jason had set everything up, so all I had to do was step in and make sure everybody was doing their job. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Religious programs have been a part of North Metro TV since its very inception. Week after week, faithful producers use our airwaves to express and share their beliefs. We have always been honored to be a part of the process of bringing faith out of the churches and temples and into people's homes. Religious program producers are dedicated and prolific beyond compare at North Metro TV. And North Metro TV simply wouldn't be the same without them. It is with all of that in mind that I'm pleased to give you this year's nominees for the Good Word Award. And they are Anita Wardlaw for A Fresh New Day, Troy Fields for North Springs Church, Elizabeth McAlay for The Virtuous Woman, and Stevie Lindsay for True Church Ministries of Arts. Few producers seem as humble as this next honoree. And what makes her humility all the more inspiring is that she has so much to be proud of. As the producer and host of The Virtuous Woman, she has produced more than 170 episodes over the past 7 years at North Metro TV. And her messages of faith, hope, and love are heard not only here in Minnesota, but as far away as Africa. This year, I am honored to present the Good Word Award to Elizabeth McAlay.
Well, I want to say a big thank you first to the Lord Jesus Christ, my boss, for giving me the opportunity, and to all the good friends that are always there, you know, Leosin, Shelley, that are always by my side to produce the Word of God. I want to say thank you to Eric for always being there when we don't know what to do with the machine. I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you so much.
Producing a consistent, entertaining series is hard work, and I'm always impressed by those producers who manage to do so on an even semi-regular basis, while devoting unknown hours to becoming experts on their topic of choice, whether that be faith, cooking, art, music, or any of 100 other fascinating topics on our station. And then there are those producers who aren't satisfied with single subject shows, but instead use their show, or sometimes shows, to explore a variety of topics. These producers must become expert enough in a new subject, from episode to episode, and often from series to series, to be able to explain it completely and entertainingly to their audiences. Juggling genres like that takes a very talented producer indeed, and we are happy to honor these producers for the first time with the Cross Genre Award. This year, the nominees are Fran Sorensen for Positive Investigations, Lori Sigler for Hodgepodge, and Rick Bostrom for Blaine High School Choir and Exploring Aviation. This next honoree has worked on an amazing number of productions with us, covering a dizzying amount of genres. From art showcases to comedies to hard news to talk shows, he's done it all. In the last year alone, as he has for the last several years, he produced musical programs with his series of Blaine High School Choir concert videos, as well as episodes of his fascinating aerial talk show, Exploring Aviation. It has been my pleasure to watch Rick Bostrom grow as an artist, and a thrill to watch him bring his extraordinary talent to so many different types of programs. And so it is a distinct honor to present him with the Cross Genre Award.
Well, thank you. It's been great to just be able to work with the staff at North Metro, and especially a lot of thanks to Eric for all that he has done in terms of working with me and all the stuff I've learned, so thank you very much.
We first introduced the Stand Up and Speak Out Award last year. Unlike most of our awards, which look back primarily on the previous production year, this award looks at the entire career of a producer who has dedicated a significant amount of their time to championing worthy causes and social issues, using the pervasive power of television to fight the good fight. These producers are champions of the community, and we are enormously awed to have them in our midst. This year, the nominees for the Stand Up and Speak Out Award are Ann Sandell for Love Power, Fran Sorensen for Positive Investigations, Susie Brooks for Tea Time with Susie, and Bukola Oriola for Imprisoned Show. It would be easy to pigeonhole Bukola Oriola as a victim. After all, she spent her first years in this country as a prisoner of a man who sought to hide her and exploit her. But what he could never do was break her spirit or hide her voice. Bukola has been free of this man for many years, and she lives her life not as a victim, but as an advocate. Through her powerful and compelling program, Imprisoned Show, Bukola stands up for what's right and just and gives a voice, and most importantly, hope to the exploited women of our community. For her dedication and indomitable spirit, I am proud to present Bukola Oriola with the Stand Up and Speak Out Award.
Thank God, and I would like to say an adage in my tribal language, but I will say it in English, which is no one tree makes a bush. We have many trees before we can say this is a bush. I'm grateful to God for this. Thank you, Eric, and thank you to everyone who has helped with Imprisoned Show. I've had so many people help me on Imprisoned Show, and I would like to dedicate this award to Laura Sargent, because she was the one who had been there from day one that I started Imprisoned Show. Thank you all. God bless you.
And now here with the awards for the news team are our news team of Ben Hale and Danica Peterson.
Good evening. A lot goes into the production of a newscast. Someone has to come up with the ideas, line up the interviews, shoot the interviews and the B-roll, write the stories, edit the stories, and handle all the aspects of the studio production.
And to be completely honest, that someone has not always Ben or I.
We were lucky to work with a great team last year that could handle all of the aspects of a newscast, and we are here to honor them this evening.
Our first award tonight is the On-Camera Talent Award.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
The award goes to a person who anchored the news week after week and did so with confidence, poise, and skill.
The On-Camera Talent Award goes to Jason Karras. Jason could not be here tonight because he is busy feeding everyone's caffeine addiction as he works at Caribou. All What happens behind the camera is just as important as what happens in front of it. We could have a great feature story that could become ruined by a bad white balance or overmodulating audio or sloppy camera work.
It might not be as glamorous, and it certainly doesn't come with as much recognition, but the people behind the scenes really do make those of us in front of the camera look good.
The winner of the Technical Achievement Award consistently shot strong video, edited good stories, and directed all aspects of the newscast.
This year's Technical Achievement Award goes to Ashley Haynes. Now, Ashley also couldn't be here tonight because she is in class. She is just weeks away from wrapping up her degree in media communication, and she was sad she couldn't be here.
Next up is the Studio Jack of All Trades.
It's a new award this year to honor a person who can handle many different tasks in the studio and often expresses interest in learning even more.
Sometimes he runs a camera, sometimes he runs teleprompter, and sometimes he runs them both at the same time.
For real.
This year's Studio Jack of All Trades is Robert Pajak. And unexpectedly, unfortunately, tonight, Robert is not here, and we do promise we do have people that are here coming up.
In fact, both of our next two are here.
Yes.
And our next award is for storytelling.
It is aptly named the NMTV News Storytelling Award.
Ben named it.
I sure did.
This award honors a person who wrote and edited a story this year that really stuck out to us.
The story was about the Blaine Police Department and the Blaine Fire Department, the SBM Fire Department, teaming up with children in the community whose families weren't able to afford Christmas gifts, and how the departments were helping to make the holidays a little brighter for those children.
The NMTV News Storytelling Award goes to Takazen.
I feel like I'm at graduation. I also wasn't expecting to get an award tonight, but since I'm here, I'd like to thank Ben and Danica for giving me my first shot at my first internship ever, and they gave me so much responsibility and taught me so much, and now hopefully I can go on and use those skills in my future endeavors. So thank you, Ben and Danica.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our last award for the evening is the NMTV News Backbone Award.
This award is for a person who really became the backbone of our news team. She directed, wrote, edited, shot, and even appeared on camera from time to time.
She left us over the winter to move forward with her career and aim for the stars. # Polaris.
While she was with us, she was always happy to learn more and tackle anything we asked of her. # Jetpacks.
Her nickname is Kabloom, and this year's NMTV News Backbone Award goes to Catherine. # Kabloom Bloom.
Has a hashtag on it.
That's right.
So last year I got up here and I kicked over the mic stand and I caught it, but it almost fell off the stage, and then Ben ridiculed me. So I think I'll stop on
We have a
the
sandbag
head.
this year for that reason.
Do you really?
Yep.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to say thank you, and like Ben and Danica said, I'm no longer at North Metro. But I can honestly say that there was not a single day that I was there that I didn't look forward to getting up and going to work, because it's the best. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
# Sandbag.
Hashtag thank you to all of our award winners and for all the hard work they put in last year. That we could not have done everything without you.
Now with more sports awards, here's Kent and Kip.
next award is the ENG Shooter of the Year Award. For those of you unfamiliar with the acronym ENG, it stands for Empty Net Goal. Also, examining nutritious glaciers. Actually, those are just a few of the abbreviations for ENG. I looked it up. There is a lot of abbreviations for ENG. In the television world, it stands for Electronic News Gathering. We use ENG shooters mostly for shooting highlights and interviews for our show Sports Den, starring Jeff Dinsmore and Alicia Denyes, and some other guy. We always need skilled professionals to take out camera gear and shoot in the field, either at games or for other features, including coaching captains. Our winner started as an intern in January, and it was at just the right time. We had just lost Stephen Caron. He is no longer with us. He's in Georgia now. And to have an intern come in with ENG experience was rare. To have an intern come in with professional news ENG shooting and editing experience was an absolute first. Our ENG Shooter of the Year shot and edited game highlights, coaching captain's features, and showed to have an eye for shooting and had good instincts in the field. Like Matt Johnson and myself, they are another Centennial success story. Not that any of us here are Matt Johnson, and there's no shame in admitting that. After attending St. Cloud State, our winner interned at KSTP with the sports department and spent some quality time in mini locker rooms operating a camera and asking the tough questions. Could you please put on a towel? You can never have enough good shooters on your crew. We're happy to have added yet another to ours. Congratulations to our 2014 ENG Shooter of the Year, Alexandra Miller.
To win an award, so I'm happy I came tonight. And I just want to thank Kenton and Matt for giving me the opportunity to be an intern, and I honestly had the best time. And I want to thank the staff with Sports Den and working with the truck for helping me out and really being my backbone and making me successful with my internship. And I'm excited to start my journey with North Metro TV. Thank you.
That's Alexandra's first award. Her bonus fact is she is a world traveler who takes pictures and blogs about her adventures. The first year crew members get off easier than the veterans do. The next award is the Silver-Plated Shoulder Award given to a camera operator who has displayed their talents on the handheld camera. Mike Roller, Mike Bouchard, Jeremy Remus. These are a few of the legends of the handhelds that we've had in the handheld game. Not like Game Boy or Nintendo DS, which I actually had to look up a handheld gaming device more recent than the Game Boy. That's a fact. It's been a while. Operating a handheld camera takes a physical toll, a psychological toll, if traveling through Kansas, a turnpike toll. It takes time and effort to develop the necessary skills to become a talented shoulder camera lugger. Our winner has the physical and psychological acumen to get the job done. He once navigated a climb up the Himalayas because he heard they had good burritos up there. Or maybe it was taquitos or a tornado. I don't know the difference between those, but it had fries and a Diet Coke. In 4.5 years with us, he has operated every camera position, audio, score box, and recently added tennis director to his resume. But it's his steady work on camera that has netted him this award. Congratulations to the winner of the Silver-Plated Shoulder Award, Rob Clark.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure to be able to work with fantastic crew, to learn all the different positions and finally get a chance to sit behind the chair and play with all the buttons. Thank my family for being a big supporter, my children who love to heckle me during shoots, but most of all, thanks for the opportunity to be a part of the crew.
good to see we have at least half the Clark clan here. That's good. That is Rob's 5th award. He's also won Rookie of the Year, the Ironman Award, ENG Shooter of the Year, and La Camera Extraordinaire Award, along with some public access awards as well. Bonus fact on Rob is strong. Rob is a former athlete, a star football player who likes to show he's still got it. If there is a sled or a tackling dummy on an open field, he will make his presence known. He is a professional landscaper, as my yard can attest, this past weekend. And though I made a vow to never owe him money, I find myself in the unenviable position of not once but twice owing Rob money. We'll get you your money, don't hurt me. The next award is the one that boys age 3 through Eric Houston get excited about until they realize it isn't what they think it is. The Iron Man Award is not based on a comic superhero who is self-absorbed billionaire industrialist who builds a suit of armor that allows him to fly, shoot rockets, and withstand heavy fire while delivering witty one-liners in his pursuit to defend the world. No, that's not it. This award started when Jeremy Millington had an unbelievable streak of attendance at shoots, working almost every game for over a year, including all the USA Cup games. The award is about consistency and passion and heart. This year's winner embodies all of those attributes. It took us a little while to get to know him. Once we knew him, we realized we liked him. On the surface, it was all about Arby's, Eagles, and Eeyore. Then we realized his DJ name was SC1, and that was just the tip of the Steveberg. He started out on camera, learned audio, scorebox, and replay, then became an excellent graphics operator whom we relied on heavily when Bobby would disappear for a while. I don't know where he goes. Maybe he's a superhero, but he's probably just under house arrest. It's the guy in the blue shirt over there, you know what I'm talking about. At any rate, our Iron Man was the glue that kept our productions together, especially this past winter. He also filled a big need when shooting coaching captains for Sports Den, shooting and editing the features along with running graphics or tape for the Sports Den show. He was our Iron Man until he left us for Georgia. But for good reason. He got a job as a firefighter in Gwinnett County in Georgia. Now that's an Iron Man. Congratulations to our winner of the 2014 Iron Man Award, Stephen SC1 Megaron Karan. Stephen obviously couldn't be with us. As I said earlier, if you remember, he's in Georgia, so he's not here. He's fighting fires and whatnot, so he's taking care of business down there. We will join him live via satellite, and I hope we don't interrupt him eating noodles.
You're really killing it with the jokes this year, Kenton. Now, if I've been keeping up with stats correctly, that should bring the total number of good jokes you told tonight to about 3. You told 3 good jokes tonight. I put your stats up on screen, but I don't possess that kind of technology. Thank you for the award. I'm really honored that I was able to get one last award. North Metro TV will always have a place in my heart. I enjoyed everybody's company. I really had fun working in this sports truck with you guys. One last thing, I will take that award from you. That was stupid. Alright, thank you.
That was odd. I think some technical difficulties with the satellite feed there. All right, bonus fact on Steve. Steve has a cardboard box for a coffee table. He's still working on furnishing the apartment, but from what I hear, it is a lovely box. The next award is the Premio Eccellenza nella Produzione Televisiva. It's Italian, unlike the recipient of the award. Excellence Award in Television Production. That's the way to best sum up the winner of this one. The name of the award speaks for itself. In Italian, like spaghetti with a chance of meatballs. He's done at least some of everything. Another key guy to have on your crew. He's become a trusted operator on the CG. He can run audio, camera, tape, or scorebox, and also shoot ENG games and coach and captain speeches as well. He is also capable of stepping out of the truck to announce a game, even on zero notice, or get tossed out of the truck to conduct some post-game interviews he clearly had no preparations for. If he did prepare, it would have been with a powder blue suit. Sometimes it's best not to have too much time to prepare. But you can count on him to come through for you, and that's why we need crew members like him around. He also works at Channel 12 in the same capacity, and with his steady work has gained a tremendous amount of experience in the last year. With time, we believe he will stop shaking the microphone violently during interviews. You gotta respect his passion though, and we certainly appreciate all the work he puts into our productions. Congratulations to the winner of the 2014 Premio Eccellenza nella Produzione Televisiva, Aaron Hedrick.
It's top heavy. Almost dropped it there. Well, I want to say, completely wasn't expecting this award, Taylor. But I want to thank Ken and Matt for giving me a chance to come on as an intern last fall and then develop into a part-time position. Really enjoyed my time learning all the different aspects and getting to do a little bit of everything, even on short notice. Always up for it, so thank you.
Aaron Hedrick bonus facts. It's pronounced Hedrick, not Hendrix, Hendrick, or Eric. Hedrick. He's been to California. He went to Bethel before transferring to Pepperdine. He coined the phrase scroll up as a term for a camera movement. It hasn't caught on in the television world yet, but I know we started using it after that. Interned at multiple radio stations and is a former radio DJ. He plays bass guitar solo and in two bands, one called the Barefoot Pickers. I will say that fact is unconfirmed. I looked up Aaron Hedrick. It did come up, though I don't know. Is that you? Okay, that one is not him. The rest are. All right. All right, time for some more Eric Houston. You know what to do. Here we go.
Editing, man, it can be hard, time-consuming, and especially when the computer isn't cooperating, frustrating work. Some of us feel jinxed in our dealings with Final Cut Pro. Others excel and turn the editing process into an art. Whatever your skill level or view of the process, I can honestly say I've never seen a more dedicated, driven, and passionate group of editing artists than each and every one of you. Of course, as with anything, 2013 saw a handful of standout editors, this year's nominees for the Excellence in Editing Award. Rick Larson for Love Power, Brad Sanford for Off Constantly, Anita Wardlaw for A Fresh New Day, and Michelle Kurak for Hollywood Bound. Rick Larson is a stalwart of NMTV. To say that television production is old hat to him is a massive understatement. As director and editor of Love Power, he has worked on nearly 1,400 hours of public access television. And most of those were edited on our old linear editing system. That's the tape-to-tape job you've seen in Studio A and that we parodied in tonight's video. Rick is our last holdout on the linear editing system, the last of the public access editors to still use it. And I don't think I need to tell you that it is time-consuming, arduous work. But Rick is an unparalleled master at it. In fact, his skill with that neglected style of editing would be more than enough to earn him this award. But over this past year, he decided to learn something new. to expand his skills and combine his traditional linear editing with experiments on computer editing systems, further embellishing the already expertly edited Love Power with impressive computer graphics. I admire Rick's willingness to expand his already considerable talents in this way, and am proud to present him with this year's Excellence in Editing Award.
Wow. I really love editing.
You'd have to.
I really love 1080 HD. I have found a way to marry analog and digital, and I just love it. So, wow, I have no idea what to say, but I tell you what, television is a wonderful thing to be involved in. I hope you guys get to at least 200 shows apiece, because something happens once you get up that far. So anyway, God bless you, and thanks.
Rick's right. When you hit 200 episodes, you get a cupcake. White or chocolate? No sprinkles. Sprinkles at 400. There are a lot of things about our public access community that I'm proud of. Foremost among these is just how ambitious all of you have gotten. As each new year rolls by, I see you producing bigger, more impressive, more ambitious programs, each more remarkable than the last. Of course, many of these large-scale productions cannot be accomplished by a single person. No, they take entire crews of dedicated, talented volunteers to make them possible. And we honor these groups with the Crew of the Year Award. This year, the nominees are Imprisoned Show, How Old? Celebrity Edition, The Virtuous Woman, and Off Constantly. It should come as no surprise that Off Constantly is the newest big success story in North Metro TV public access. Since they came onto the scene in late 2012, they have produced a whopping 43 episodes, a truly dramatic number for any series, and well on their way to that 200. The program boasts ample talent both in front of and behind the camera. In fact, what so amazes me about this show, besides just how prolific it is the dedicated team of volunteers who month after month, and some even day after day, come together to make this show possible. Sound engineer Justin Neal probably put it best to me on a recent Off Constantly shooting night when he said, "I look forward to this night all month." Off Constantly is fun for its crew. It's a passion. So much so that last year alone, the Off Constantly crew dedicated 462 hours to its production, each of which you can see on the screen. This year's Crew of the Year is Justin, Hayden, Jason, Sam, Dave, Brad, Kevin, Tim, and Al, the crew of Off Constantly.
Well, thank you, Eric. This was quite an honor. We do really enjoy this. We're
thankful that North Metro TV is there. It's really given us an outlet for some of our views, and just
However skewed they are.
Yeah. We pledge to stay on topic more in the future on our program. And,
Won't happen.
And thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
I know I'm not alone in thinking of our public access community as a family. Oh, sure, we may be a little dysfunctional sometimes, but I've rarely seen such a large, disparate group of people who care so much about each other, are so kind to one another, or so encouraging, or so helpful. Of course, amongst this family, we have several actual families who work together, and we honor these families of volunteers with the Family Affair Award. This year, the nominees are the Neal family, the Wardlaw family, the Brooks family, and the Carlson family. It should come as no surprise to anyone who hangs around our station that Anita Wardlaw has become one of NMTV's most prolific producers. Her program, A Fresh New Day, with its focus on Native American Christianity, debuted 11 episodes last year, each one better than the last. Anita is also the host of her program, often appearing on screen to conduct interviews or perform a song. And so she is lucky to have her husband Howard as her collaborator. And Howard does more than just operate the cameras and the microphones, although he does both with skill. He's a steadfast man who supports Anita on her journey both spiritually and emotionally, just as she does for him. They share a love and curiosity of television production that is evident in every episode, and in their frequent participation in our movie screening and discussion classes. This year, it's my pleasure to award the Family Affair Award to Anita and Howard Wardlaw.
He always puts me in front of the camera, so I just am honored to have this award. I'm surprised. It's a privilege to come to North Metro Station every time I come. There are smiling faces and exciting things going on in all the rooms. It's a blessing to be a part of such a beautiful community, and I just so thankful that my husband encourages me and lets me do this and lets me do all the speaking. So I just give God all the glory and bless all of you.
Thank you. Everyone needs a little help sometimes, which is exactly why volunteers are the backbone of North Metro TV Public Access. These are the people who, while they may also produce their own shows, are always eager to lend a hand helping with someone else's. I'm absolutely floored by the dedication of the nominees in this category. These four contributed more volunteer hours than anyone else in 2013, working a combined 348 hours at the station. That's nearly a quarter of all of the volunteer hours from last year, just 4 people. It is for this tremendous accomplishment and awe-inspiring commitment that we have nominated these 4 for the Public Access Volunteer of the Year Award. Brad Sanford, Anita Wardlaw, Laura Sargent, and Robert Pajak. $348 is a truly impressive number. What's even more impressive is that more than half of these hours were contributed by a single person. Last year, Laura Sargent volunteered a staggering 191 hours at the station, most of them for Bucola Oriola's In Prison show. Inspired by Bucola's cause, Laura's dedication has been unwavering. She has appeared in front of and behind the camera, drafted her own family to supplement Bucola's crew, and even put her own productions on the back burner to help make someone else's dream a reality. And that's why this year's Public Access Volunteer of the Year is Laura Sargent. Laura could not be here tonight. She is pursuing higher education, but Bucola is here, and I think she would like to accept the award on Laura's behalf.
Thank you so much. If I could say something on behalf of Laura.
Please.
I know that what she always said to me was that I helped her to know more about human trafficking, and not only that, her children also. And to say something about Laura, she's this person who believes in you and willing to do everything to make your dream come true. And I want you to know that all the people who are outstanding out there have someone behind the scene who believes in their dream, and that is why their dream can come true. And I'm glad that Laura got this award because I dedicated my award to her. Thank you.
This past year, we lost a steadfast friend of the station in Joe Jensen. Joe had been a performer and producer on the program Karaoke Classic since 2008. His infectious smile, upbeat demeanor, and good-natured chuckle never failed to brighten our hallways. It was always a pleasure to catch up with him, to ask him about that year's Aquatennial, his wife Marlene and his singing, and to hear the unabashed joy in his voice as he talked about his grandchildren. Joe Jensen was an absolute treasure of a man, and all of us at North Metro TV will miss him dearly. Here now with one final encore is Joe Jensen.
Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Let me walk close to thee. Just walk closer with thee. Just a little closer, let me walk with thee. Just a little closer, let me walk with thee. Is my just a little closer, let me walk with thee. Daily walking close to thee. Oh, let it be. Let it be. Dear Lord. Let it be. Oh, let it be. Time for me will be no more. Guide me gently, safely on to thy kingdom shore, to thy shore. Closer, walk with thee. Just a little closer, let me walk with thee. Just a little closer, let me Jesus walk with thee. Is my just a little closer, let me walk with thee. Daily walking
Now, with a few words about his friend and collaborator, fellow Karaoke Classics producer and performer, Terry Hoppenrath.
Well, Eric gave me a task that I'm proud to do, but it's hard for me to do. Joe and I we're friends for many years. And one day, about, 6, 7 years ago, he came to me and he said, you know, I've got this idea, and I'd like to see what you think about it. And his idea was to do a cable music show. And I said, well, you know, you're asking a dummy because I have no idea what you do to make a TV show. And he said, well, you know, I just fortunate enough to live just a couple of miles from the TV show or station out in Blaine. So he said, let's go. They have classes. Let's go to the classes. So we went to the classes, and we learned what to do. This man taught us everything we know, literally. And we produced a few shows, and they were classics. And when we started the show, I think we were the only music show at that time. I think so. Anyway, the whole idea behind the show was and it was called Classics for a reason, is because we want to keep the music, the classic music alive. And we did most of classic country, some gospel stuff like Bing Crosby, and Frank Sinatra and that. When Joe was diagnosed with his illness, it was hard to see this guy because he was such a loving man. He treated me like his own son, like one of his own children, and I miss him dearly. And this TV station has lost a good friend. And I want to thank you, and I'm sure Marlene and his son Eric and daughter-in-law, thank you for the honor that you've given Joe tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. For the last several years, we have honored musical television producers here at North Metro TV with the Golden Microphone Award. As part of the Karaoke Classics, Joe was one of the first recipients of that award. It is with his legacy as a talented and enthusiastic musician and performer in mind that we are officially renaming that award the Joe Jensen Award. And presenting this next trophy, the last to be called the Golden Microphone Award, to Joe's wife Marlene in his memory.
I just want to thank you all for supporting us.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Damian Kuzian.
Thank you again to Joe and Terry and Marlene. It was really special. I feel like Citizen Kane up here, Charles Foster Kane. I was gagged on the silver spoon. No, you know, TJ and I are been really fortunate to have such an amazing team, and with like a really limited amount of intern and part-time hours, we really try to take our productions to the next level. And we expect a lot from our interns and part-timers. Most importantly, we want them to be passionate and hungry to create. We want people to remain calm when they face adversity on the set. And we want people also that are looking for solutions when problems arise. People who are team players and who bring positivity to the set. The rest we can teach. And to be honest, they teach us as much as we teach them. People like Dale DeMasi, Jessica Studnick, Paul Dan Moon, Brian Bradbury, Taylor Warnes, Will Moses, Olga Lejaprakova, Ariana Nyman, really amazing people, and so we're just really so fortunate to have you guys. Most of you guys started less than 2 years ago, and you've all taken amazing strides. Many of you are now Emmy Award winners and Telly Award winners. In a few moments, there's going to be 2 more of you that are VIP Award winners. I want to say that I'm proud of all you guys, and I look forward to watching your careers blossom as time goes on. The first award I want to give out is for excellence in editing. And last year he started as an intern, and I believe his first day was at the VIP Awards. And I remember kind of half-jokingly telling him that he'd have a long way to go if he ever wanted to get on this stage for next year. Well, he certainly has come a long way in 1 year, and actually his first project that he assisted on won a regional Emmy Award and a Telly Award, and he has been willing to help in the field, whether it be operating a camera, setting up lights, or holding a boom. But where he has really shined is in the edit suite. And I let him take the lead on the second episode of our Aviation Storytellers series called The Collector, if you haven't seen it. And it turned out so well. I honestly expect to be sharing the stage hopefully, at the Regional Emmy Awards again this year. And a big part of that is him. He is an absolute pleasure to work with. He is the king of puns. Hopefully you'll hear one tonight. And this year's recipient of the Excellence in Editing goes to Brian Bradbury.
What does this say on here? Statue made of milk chocolate. I'm really grateful that I got the opportunity to be a part of so many wonderful projects here, and the only thing I'm more grateful for is the amazing people I worked with and got to be with here at North Metro. Boy, excellence in editing. I really feel a cut above. All right. Thanks a lot.
Good job, Brian. Good work. The next award goes out to Excellence in Production. And this guy's, he's able to deliver on every aspect of the job, from pre-production to post-production. And he's a real tech head as well, so in between. On the day I interviewed him for his internship, I asked him kind of frankly, I said if he had any limitations to what he could do, and he replied very confidently that no, he had no limitations. And over again, he has shown me that indeed there is nothing he can't do, and he does it all very well. He also ran camera on the most important interview for episode 1 of Aviation Storytellers and shared the stage with us when we won that Emmy Award. Since then, he's helped TJ and I light, shoot, edit, record audio on many productions here at NMTV, and he is someone I can always count on to do an amazing job. He is an inspiration to me and to everyone on our team for his kind nature, his ability to find solutions to any problems, and he does this despite being born without part of his right arm. This year's award for excellence in production goes to the one and only Dale DeMasi.
public speaking, fun. First and foremost, I got to thank Damien for giving me the opportunity to do this, to be part of the North Metro family, for all the great opportunities that working with you has presented, working with Kenton and TJ and Matt and everybody else. It's just honestly been a pleasure. I've grown a lot, I've learned a lot, and I just can't thank all you guys enough. So thank you, and thank you for making me, feel welcome and feel a part of what you guys do.
And now, once again, put your hands together in that rhythmic fashion for Kenton Kipp.
Thank you, Danica. Some fat beats, I like it. Good looking people here tonight, huh? Give yourselves a hand. Yes. This is my 13th year staying up here. You guys look better every year. You're welcome. The next award is for the Sports Intern of the Year. I was an intern once, and I turned out just fine. So my mom says. I was an intern here 15 years ago. Back then, making TV was like making sausage. Only more nauseating. That smell sticks with you. You don't forget that. All those poor animals. Our internships may not be as glamorous as an internship at a network TV station, but I would contend it's even better. The experience of working hands-on with the equipment and our crew, making moderately fantastic television is second to some. You can't get that just anywhere, I don't think. We prepare our interns not only for working in television, but also as a fallback, we prepare them for a few other burgeoning careers, including scroll production, money laundering, and firefighter. I should note our successful track record of interns, moving on either with North Metro TV or other places as well. Our alumnus includes a flight attendant, a firefighter, and a target manager. We taught them everything we know about television. This year's Intern of the Year award winner did everything that we asked of them. They were always on time and very dependable. A hard worker who welcomes new challenges, which is good, because we make our interns do stuff. Isn't that right, interns? Yeah? Okay. Not all of them showed up, but I told them to at least pretend to pay attention, so we got that going. This year's winner was a winner intern, a communications major at Concordia University, who not only had production experience at school, but also multicam production experience, which is a rarity for a student intern, working with stream-powered productions in multiple capacities, including director. Once with us, he started out on scorebox at girls hockey, then learning camera, audio, and shooting a lot of E&G for game highlights as well. He did very excellent work during long days of shooting section and state wrestling tournaments. Our winner had a big moment when the footage they shot at the state tournament down at the Excel Energy Center was used on CBS New York, among other internet sites and cable outlets. It went national, as there was a wrestling match between Mitchell McKee of St. Michael Albertville and Malik Stewart, who was of Blaine, the reason we were getting highlights of the match. At the end of the match, Malik Stewart, who lost in the championship, came over to Mitchell McKee's father, who he knew, and gave him a hug. Now, Mitchell McKee's father is dying of cancer. So it was a great show of sportsmanship for Malik Stewart, who had lost, to come over and give McKee's father a handshake, and then McKee's came over and Mitchell gave his father a hug, and it was a very touching moment. So he had shot that video, and that ended up going out to major cable outlets and internet sites all over the place, so you never know who you're shooting for. You might think you're just shooting for some sports show on a cable television station, but you just don't know. He's been making the drive from Chanhassen each time, and his commitment to us is greatly appreciated. Congratulations to this year's Intern of the Year, Ren Suwanasot. Ren is still a student at Concordia University, and it's finals week. He's got a test right now, so he can't be here. But we did pre-tape an acceptance speech.
Hey guys, thank you so much for this award. I really appreciate it. I had a really great time interning for North Metro, and I'm sorry I can't be there tonight. I just want to say that I really appreciated all the experience I got, gained a lot of good work experience, and I got to shoot some stuff that was used for CBS Nightly News, which was one of the coolest things I've done so far. That was really great. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to doing some more summer sports.
North Metro.
It's kind of hot how each video ends strangely. That's Ren's first award. I have a few more facts on Ren, even though he is a first-year guy. He's pretty active on social networking sites. Ren firmly believes in recycling being a lost cause. That's kind of sad. He enjoys watching prank videos on YouTube, and he's a big sports fan. He's a regular on the Dean's List. For those of you like me that didn't go to college, that's a good thing. It kind of sounds bad when you hear it at first, but it is good. My guess is that he's heard, "How do you spell that?" at least 1,000 times. He hopes to produce the Olympics in the future. I gotta say, that would be awesome. The next award is the Jeff Dinsmore Courage Award, first received by Jeff Dinsmore, a good friend of mine and a longtime announcer and co-host on Sports 10. He won it in the first year, which was last year, but he won't be taking it home this year. It will, however, carry his name, continue to honor him year after year for his years of work and dedication to North Metro TV. Jeff has long battled health issues related to his heart, but he leaves little doubt to the courage and heart that defines him. This year's recipient of the Jeff Dinsmore Courage Award fits the mold quite well. He, like Jeff, is an announcer. He started with us several years ago as a high school volunteer. We found out that he was Eric Sventz's cousin, but we still let him announce for us. He told us he was a huge fan of Anthony LaPanta. We still let him announce for us. He's about 6'13", but we still let him announce for us. He called games for us while in high school before heading to St. Cloud State, where he announced games and gained even more experience, honed his craft, and then returned back to North Metro TV to call games for us as a professional before he had an unexpected interruption. This is from Matt Bishop. In October of 2012, I was diagnosed with a type of cancer called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I was 23, a year removed from graduating college and looking to get a job in sports when all this went down. Even though I was physically sick, my passion for broadcasting is way too strong, and I was determined to keep doing what I loved. I started a 2-year chemotherapy treatment plan at the University of Minnesota Amplatz Children's Hospital, where the first 8 months were once-a-week intense treatments at hospital visits while taking oral chemo pills every day. In June 2013, I was deemed in remission, and my hospital visits went to once a month and became less intense. My treatment is scheduled to be done in October 2014 when my doctors are confident I'll be declared cancer-free. Even while battling, he still showed up when he could, sick, weak, often needing to cancel due to obvious reasons to keep his health in good shape. He still found ways to keep moving forward and wouldn't let something like cancer get in the way of pursuing his dreams. Courage in the face of adversity in Jeff Dinsmore fashion, and we salute our winner of the 2014 Jeff Dinsmore Courage Award, Matt Bishop. Matt Bishop is not here, but we will join him live via satellite at our North Metro TV station. Matt?
Hey guys, Matt Bishop here in the lobby. A couple of jokes have been played on me in my time here in North Metro 15. The first being Matt Waldron telling me he was Canadian when he's not, and the second being Kenton telling me that the award ceremony was here in the lobby, and it's not. There's nobody else in here. So I thought since I'm here, I might as well accept one of the awards that you're handing out tonight. So they're just on the table here. This Emmy. No, not the Emmy. Okay. Accept this telly. Oh, not the telly. Want to accept this North Metro TV VIP Jeff Dinsmore Courage Award. This means a lot to me, something that I didn't think I had too much of before I got diagnosed and started fighting cancer, but I found out I do have a lot of courage, so that's awesome. Want to thank Kenton and Matt for getting me involved in this about 7 years ago and led me to do games. It's been a blast. Praise God for giving me the chance to do this and do what I love, and especially do it for my alma mater. So thanks so much for this VIP award. Appreciate it. Mackenzie Storhog, I wish you didn't have a boyfriend.
I'll explain the Lynx polo. He works in the public relations department for the Minnesota Lynx. He's hoping to make a move into the broadcasting department, so best of luck to Matt Bishop. He's got dreams, he's going to pursue them. The next award is the Dean Hombo Award. 13 years ago, the world was relatively shocked when Dean Hombo took home the coveted prize. He originally received the award for taking the shot of the year from Tony Hull, who was a large and athletic quarterback for Spring Lake Park. He's always known to get you the extra yards by lowering the shoulder and sheer grit and determination. Very fast and powerful. While he was running down the sidelines, Dean Hombo didn't move. He's not very agile. There was a very large collision while he was running camera on the sideline. Big hit, grass in the lens. I just remember inside the truck looking and seeing just the picture flip up, and all of a sudden it was on the side, and I saw the scoreboard in the side and just a lot of grass in there. And Dean was still alive, and after the hit was eventually able to eat solid foods again, so he made it. We used to give an award to the crew member that took the biggest hit, but due to some incidents, we had to make some changes. We now give the award to the best camera operator, and that's the proper motivation. The award is all about the camera work these days. This year's winner interned with us in the fall of 2012, showing their stuff on camera at a Centennial volleyball game. I was immediately impressed. Who was this camera operator from a small town in northwestern Minnesota? How did they learn to shoot like this? So many questions and so few answers. They also ran a mean score box, but the most impressive work by far was on camera. Whether it was on game cam / high-tide and even handheld, our winner got it done. A director is only as good as his camera operators. I'm lucky to have several good ones on the crew. A dry but enjoyable sense of humor delivered with a straight face. She created a fictional boyfriend named Francisco, quickly creating a backstory on the fly and following up on the bit at subsequent shoots. We haven't seen her as much the past year as she's been climbing up the retail ladder. She works at Target, the store. You may have heard of it. Apparently she's also good at that too. She's a big-time manager. Not as much time for us, but she says her schedule changed so she can make evening shoots now, so we're going to hold you to that. No excuses. She is a very talented shooter, and congratulations to this year's winner of the Dean Hombo Award, Mackenzie Storhog.
First of all, we were talking back there, and some of the facts Kenton is speaking about, we have no idea where he's getting them from. It's really creepy.
You guys put things in the internet, don't blame me.
Some of them we don't remember putting there, so it's weird.
It's there forever.
Okay, all right.
People find these facts.
You sure did. So last year, I don't know how many of you were here, I actually just bashed my whole crew. That was my speech. I just said negative things. So this year, I thought I'd write some thank yous.
You were expecting to win, good.
Well, you never know. So I wrote some thank yous, some more genuine than others, but here they are. Thank you, Kenton, for always having Mountain Dew in the truck. That is my favorite beverage in the world. But also thank you, Matt, for never having Mountain Dew in the truck when Kenton's gone. It's probably healthier. Thank you, Mike, for being so helpful when it comes to setup and teardown. You're always willing to help and teach. Thank you, Rob, for balling up gaff tape and throwing it at me from different angles and heights during setup and teardown. That keeps me on my toes. Thank you. Thank you, Alicia, for laughing with me about stupid stuff no one else in the crew laughs at, which is, it's a shame because we're really funny. I don't think Bruce is here. Bruce? No. If Bruce was here, I would thank him for never allowing me to run camera 3. That's his camera, but it gives me motivation and drive to one day knock him off that camera. So I want to thank him for that. Keeps me going. I want to thank all the girls at North Metro TV Sports Crew, because sometimes you just need girls.
Girl shout out.
Girl shout out? Alicia?
Oh.
Where's Rosie? She left. Shoot. All right.
Where's
Well,
your backup now?
Whenever there's girls, I'm really happy to see their names on the list. And to the guys, thank you for proving to me that you can keep the same joke running for an entire year. Do we know what that joke is? Anyone? That's what she said. Thank you. And that's it. Thank you, guys.
Bonus facts on Mackenzie Storhog. Mackenzie has her own vlog. She has a YouTube channel. I recommend you check it out. Matt and I watched a couple of videos the other day. They were enjoyable. I recommend them. How many do you have? I watched 3. There seemed like there was 100 there. Yeah. Mackenzie's from Bagley, Minnesota, way up there, northwestern Minnesota. And that's the high school that my mom graduated from several years earlier than Mackenzie. Mackenzie moved into an apartment in Minneapolis, and I fear for her safety. She's from Bagley and doesn't understand our ways. So stay safe, Mackenzie. Everybody, please pray for Mackenzie. The next award is the Volunteer of the Year award. It's our last truck award. It goes to an individual who has put in the most volunteer hours the past year. We used to crew all of our shoots with volunteers and interns until we added a part-time budget in 2006. We still have volunteers and interns along with part-timers. We still rely heavily on volunteers to help us out. This year's winner is actually a part-timer. It's the first time that has happened in the Volunteer of the Year award. He's put in so much time above and beyond his paid hours that he's actually racked up more volunteer hours than we have the other volunteers. We have a pretty good amount of volunteers. That says a lot. He's our crew manager. He keeps the crew in line, as Mackenzie pointed out, helping set up and tear down. And you do not want to cross him because it will not go well for you. But Matt and I can get work done in the truck, and he will take care of business inside the gymnasium or out at the field. We have faith in that. He can operate every camera and be the best camera operator wherever he is with his uncanny ability to know exactly what I want and get it before I can put my food down and ask for it. I'm a stress eater. I direct, I eat, it's what I do. Working on it. His value is impossible to measure or explain. He does so much, whether it's driving the truck for us, the scaffold truck, coming in, getting graphics done. He works a lot of other jobs, and he moved further away. He still finds time to come in and help us out. Drove the truck down a month ago to get the generator tuned up, and the truck, which we brought in the previous week to get fixed, started steaming. Pulled off on the side of the road, as obviously he knew something was wrong, and he was down. Coming back from Bloomington, wasn't going to make it back, so he spent his entire day with a stalled truck. They came out to tow it and come and fix what they screwed up with it. So they got it fixed, but that's the kind of guy that he is, always willing to help us out, and we greatly, greatly appreciate all that he's done and all the volunteer hours he puts in, and for that he's going to get the really big one over there. Congratulations to this year's winner of the Volunteer of the Year Award, Mike Bouchard.
wow, yeah, like Kenton said, I spent the entire day with the truck in Roseville. So, but I have to thank Kenton, Matt, the entire crew, and yeah, thanks.
All right. Mike is short on words, but what he won't say, I will. Bonus facts, Mike works as a utility for in-house productions at Target Center for the Wolves and the Lynx. He also works at a golf course, but not this golf course. There are several around here if you haven't noticed. They are everywhere. But not like this one. This one's the best one. He's a big Wild fan even after his distant cousin Pierre Marc was no longer on the roster. It's his record 10th award, tied with Jeff, his actual cousin. But I will give Jeff 10.5 because he has an award named after him, so Jeff's still on top. Mike's right behind. This is Mike's second Volunteer of the Year, going back to being a volunteer starting in 2004. He won it in 2005. He has also won Rookie of the Year, Useful Utility, Platinum Shoulder Award, 2 Dean Homebow Awards, and 2 Silver-Plated Shoulder Awards. It's a lot of hardware, Mike. That'll pretty much wrap up the sports awards. I want to thank my crew. We have a very talented crew that works on the games, and it is a pleasure for me to work with them. All of the volunteers, interns, and part-timers make it possible for our department to make approximately 130 programs a year between games, sports den shows, graduations, parades, and dance recitals. So very, very grateful to our crew. And also I want to thank my family for putting up with the schedule of me working. There he is. There's my son and daughter and wife. Putting up with the schedule where I'm often gone 3 or 4 evenings a week, and very accommodating and understanding that putting these games on the air and making some above mediocre television that we do. So thank you. I love you all. God bless America. Now, one more time, you know what to do. Eric Houston.
A few years ago, when 2 young men named Austin Gamst and Devery Foss first came into the station, it became immediately apparent that school-aged kids and young adults had a lot to offer North Metro TV. In the years since, we've played host to many young volunteers, each of whom impressed with talent, enthusiasm, and dedication that is at least equal to their adult counterparts. It's well past time we dedicated an award to our youngest volunteers, and so I'm happy to present for the first time the Wunderkind Award. This year, the nominees are Jonathan Brooks for multiple programs, Michael Sparts for Ham Lake People and Places of the Past, Jaden Trano for Imprisoned Show, and Hayden Neal for Off Constantly. I honestly can't remember just how young Soraya Jonathan Brooks was when he first came with his parents to North Metro TV, but it couldn't have been older than 5 or 6. Unlike many children of his age, Jonathan wasn't content to sit in the corner and play with his toys. He immediately jumped in and started helping his parents with their show, Tea Time with Susie, and helping me with programs like Letters to Santa. He's been a teleprompter operator, a floor director, and he even appeared on camera in one of our first episodes of our new magic show, The Magic in You. And he has always done so with gusto. So, with that said, our first Wunderkind Award goes to Jonathan Brooks.
I was not expecting it, and this day just keeps getting better and better because I just came from a baseball game, and I just want to thank everyone for being so kind and nice, and I want to thank Eric the most. Thank you.
Thank you. I do hate it when you guys play pranks on me by dressing up like members of the sports crew, though. One thing that has changed about our community over the years is that we attract more and more volunteers who aren't interested in producing or hosting a program. They prefer to work exclusively behind the scenes, enjoying the hard work of helping their friends and colleagues make a show from the ground up. They may be utility players who work on whatever show needs an extra hand, or they may be standout members of a regular crew who distinguish themselves through their constant dedication and talent. Whatever the case, many of our shows could not exist without them, which is why we honor these volunteers with the Behind the Scenes Award. This year, the nominees are Al Stever for Off Constantly, Troy Fields for North Springs Church, Tim Dold for Off Constantly, and John Paul Awona for many programs. There are a few things you can count on in this life. You can count that the sun will rise every day, the sky will be blue, and water will be wet. And if it's a shooting day for Off Constantly, you can count on Tim Dold to be there. You can count on his solid camera work, his steadily growing knowledge of television production, and his quick, no-nonsense ability to get whatever job you put in front of him done. Tim Dold is an inquisitive and dedicated crew person, and without his rock-solid dedication, Off Constantly would not be the same. This year's Behind the Scenes Award goes to Tim Dold.
Well, first I'd like to say thank you to the Academy. Oh wait, that's next year. I'd like to thank everybody in Off Constantly who asked me to be part of this. Jason, Brad, Dave, and all the other crew that I work with. I really appreciate it, and I've really enjoyed my time that I've been working with you guys. And I hope I can do it for a lot longer. Thank you.
Believe it or not, most of our volunteers have no interest in being TV stars. Most of you would rather work behind the camera, as we were talking about, acting as producers, directors, camera people, and everything else. But as with everything, we have more than a few notable exceptions. Some of them come here planning to be on camera from the get-go. Others do the job more out of necessity, suppressing feelings of shyness or embarrassment to do what their show needs them to do. Whatever the motivation, these volunteers stand before the camera time and again, acting not only as hosts for their programs, but as legitimate TV stars in the best sense of the term. And so we honor these on-camera performers with the Action Award. This year, the nominees are Janet Gullickson for Love Power, Raynell Schneider for Artist del Norte, Brian Richards for The Magic in You, and Ann Sandell for Love Power. No matter what I say in the next minute or two, it could not be enough to encapsulate the amazing career of this next honoree. Over the past, I honestly don't know how many years, she has brought her wisdom, grace, and charm to somewhere in the vicinity of 1,300 episodes of Love Power. She is also that program's producer and an eminent pastor whose work on and off the screen has touched countless lives across the globe. We are proud to have her as a continuing part of our North Metro TV family. This year's Action Award winner is Ann Sandell. Ann was not able to stay through the evening tonight, so her co-host and fellow nominee, Janet, is here to accept on her behalf.
Yes, I promise I'll give it to her, even though I was a nominee. But it's an honor to be able to accept this award for her. The word action just totally describes her. She's an inner city pastor. She's hosted the program for so many years and does such a wonderful job, met so many people along the way. And what she's done, she's really completed her call and commission that God has called her to do, to reach the world with the gospel. I've traveled with her to many countries. I've carried the camera bag on one arm and the tripod in another, and you just don't go anywhere without that camera and the microphone, and was able to just meet many people in many nations and bring back the story to all of you. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm going to ask Ann if she got that. And now we come to the final award of the evening, the Public Access Spirit Award. We've given this award for the past 5 years as a way of honoring those volunteers and producers whose careers have really exemplified what public access is all about. They are integral members of the community who go out of their way to be involved with North Metro TV by volunteering for multiple programs, attending classes, and regularly helping out their fellow volunteers however they can. Each and every one of these nominees has gone above and beyond the call of duty this year, and I am extremely proud to have them as a part of this amazing community. They are Joel Scholes, Robert Pajak, Jason Anderson, and Fran Sorensen. To this day, the recipient of this year's Public Access Spirit Award has never produced a program for North Metro TV, which is kind of an oddity. Now, this isn't because he can't or doesn't know how. Indeed, his prowess in the studio has already been honored once tonight, as it has been in the past, and I'm sure will be again. No, if he hasn't produced a program yet, although he is hard at work on one with fellow producers Lori Sigler and Lauren Adams, it must be because he's so darn busy. I've rarely seen a member of this community volunteer so regularly or so enthusiastically, working on a staggering number of shows, including Imprisoned Show, North Metro TV News, and countless public access productions. And his amazing work ethic, incredible, almost innate talent, and effortless charm has brightened every one of those shoots. He is a fixture of just about every class we offer. When you ask him why he does it, he'll tell you it's because he enjoys it. He enjoys working in television, and he enjoys learning. He is an amazing, wonderful man, and this year I'm honored to present the Public Access Spirit Award to Robert Pajak. Now, Robert didn't end up making it tonight, but like I said, he has helped out and worked with just about every public access volunteer who's here. And we were expecting him to be here, so I wasn't quite sure who to come up and maybe say a few words about him. But I know that Lori Sigler has worked very closely with him in the last couple of months. And I thought maybe she would come up here and say something nice about Robert. I know. Sure.
At least I get to hold something.
Yeah. That's fine.
I don't know why Robert isn't here. I've been looking for him too. I hope he's doing okay. He and I have been working on a documentary with Lauren, and just in the movie classes and other things that we've done together, he's a really great guy, and he'll tell you his opinion, and sometimes we kind of butt heads, but we can always work it out, and his wife too, and I'm babbling because I don't know what to say because I wasn't expecting to come up here.
Television.
So I'm sure that he would be extremely honored to accept this and also his other award. So.
Would you like to say something about that other award too?
I can't remember what it was.
I'm just messing with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for Robert.
Well, that is our award ceremony for tonight, our VIP Awards ceremony. I want to thank all of you for coming. I want to thank the fantastic staff here at the Harvest Grill for the great food and the great service. I want to thank all of the people who worked behind the scenes tonight. I want to thank our director, TJ, our camera operators, Matt and Morgan and Michelle. Heidi has been very capably turning on and off the lights. For those of you who are curious, executive director, under the job description, is pretty much turning on and off lights and playing with puppies. So it's a heck of a job to have. Thank you all again for coming tonight. Have a safe drive home. Please, if you won an award and you would like your picture taken, please find your way over to the photo area back there, and we'll see you here again next year. Thank you.
Co-workers in the 80s, mustaches, strange outfits, kumquats and mongoose, some of Eric's favorite things. And oh, come on.
I swear it had to have been her. It'd be nice if you kept your microphone on.
Wow. Ugh. Totally.
Hulkamania! Ah!